modern edition. Hey, get your Christmas poster.
You're early this morning, Hank.
Hey, it's Christmas Eve, Hattie. Your newsstand's my first delivery. I want to get an early start. I still got a lot of shopping to do.
Well, from the looks of Main Street, you're going to have plenty of company.
Yep. Hey, it should be a great sales day for you, too. Everybody looks forward to getting the Christmas edition out of Homebrew. Oh.
Well, I can't sell any papers without my newsies. Where are those kids?
I think I see them. Yeah, they're all looking at that candy store window down the street. Let me give you a hand. Hey! Nosies, the papers are in, let's go! That ought to do it. Now you have a Merry Christmas, Hattie McGee.
The same to you, Hank.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Join the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la.
Thank you. Sorry about that, folks, but it seems that each Christmas Eve is noisier and busier than the last one. I used to wonder why everyone was in such a hurry on December 24th. Well, I don't think it's because they're out buying last-minute Christmas presents or trying to get home. Nope. Somehow they seem to know that miracles are in the air today, just waiting to happen. And everybody senses that they might be a part of it. Take Sam Gillespie and his caroling group here. Actually, this is the choir from the Herzog Baptist Church, about 6 blocks over. Brother Sam has been running that choir for a couple of years now. He's always passing out literature, shaking people's hands, and smiling. You couldn't find a friendlier fellow. That goes for all those folks at the Baptist Church. Here they are, out caroling again, telling people about Christ and inviting them to church. Someone needs to be spreading the true meaning of Christmas. And you know, they could certainly use a small miracle. Maybe even 2. Here is another establishment that's always trying to get more folks through their front doors. Herzog's department store, the oldest store in Holmesboro, Indiana. And I should know, my newsstand has been there almost as long as this store has. You know, things sure have changed since Elliot Herzog Jr. took over for his father 5 years ago. Folks used to say that nobody had more Christmas spirit than Herzogs. But now, well, let's just say they could use a whole heap of miracles. And you know, there's no better time for miracles than Christmas Eve. After all, this was the night when the biggest miracle of all happened, long ago. And I think there's still some of that first Christmas miracle just waiting to rub off on us. Just you wait and see. As you were.
Lo, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Sorry about that, folks. Whoops, I almost forgot. These are the 2 that you need to keep your eyes on this Christmas Eve. That is, if you can get them to slow down long enough. This here is Alice Garfield. Nobody seems as out of luck or as full of faith as Alice Garfield. She's a 2nd grade teacher, but has taken a seasonal sales job here at Herzog's to make ends meet. This will be Alice's 3rd Christmas alone. Her husband, Frank, was killed in action at Okinawa. But Alice has never looked back. She just keeps looking up and moving ahead. And right behind her is her daughter, Katie, although at this moment, Alice doesn't know it. She thinks Katie spends each day at the neighbor's house with her little brother, Scotty. But Katie has taken a seasonal job too, selling newspapers for me. And I reckon these 2 gals are dead set on a collision course with a miracle. I wonder if that'll be today. Only one way to find out.
Hi, Hattie. Like my new disguise today? Nobody knew it was me, not even Sergeant Buchanan.
Well, it's a good thing, because if he did, he probably would have arrested you for impersonation. Impersonation of a man with very questionable taste. Where did you find that getup?
In the attic. It's my grandpa's. Grandma used to have a bunch of his clothes at her house.
I can see why that she put them in the attic.
She said he was starting to cause accidents.
Well, you need to put these on if you're going to sell any print today. You're headed for an accident, young lady, if you're not more careful. I declare, Katie Louise Garfield, if your mother ever finds out that you've been leaving Mrs. Schuster's every day to come sell newspapers for me, she's going to ground both of us.
Oh, she won't find out. Mrs. Schuster's in on it. So's my brother. I told him if he snitched, all he would get for Christmas was a stocking full of cut-up worms.
You know, for a 4-year-old, I don't think that's much of a threat.
Besides, it's my last day. Mrs. Schuster knows I'm doing this until I earn enough money. I want to buy Mom that locket in Herzog's window. You know, the one she wants so much. but it's gotta be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise, all right. Now, you had better hurry up and put this bag on.
Okay, okay.
Oh, and remember, no freebies. Last week, you gave away more papers than you sold.
I'm sorry, some people didn't have any money.
They didn't have any change, Katie. It's not the same thing. You're too soft-hearted, just like your mom. You'll never make much by giving things away.
I'll remember. Achoo! 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 Excuse me.
Bless you, dear. Are you getting a cold?
Don't worry, I always sneeze in threes. I'm probably just allergic to Grandpa's coat.
Very understandable. Oh, no. I see your mom coming. You'd better skedaddle. Here, hold these papers, hold them up, and now go.
Okay, see you at 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, Merry Christmas, Mrs. Garfield.
Merry Christmas, Hattie.
Achoo!
How are you
Achoo!
today?
Achoo! Excuse me.
Newsy, just a minute.
The Christmas post, ma'am, here. It's on the house. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas. I think you'd better start teaching those newbies some manners, Hattie. Also some business sense. Never make much if you give things away.
So I keep hearing.
I don't remember seeing that newsie around here. Would I know her from somewhere?
I wouldn't be surprised. But you look confused, dear. Would you like a cup of hot tea?
Oh, yes. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for today. First, I dumped the insides of my purse all over Main Street. Then, well, I guess I really must be seeing things. I could have sworn I saw my father walking down the street a bit ago. But that's impossible. He's in Chicago. We won't see him until New Year's.
Oh, well, I wouldn't worry about any of that. It must be the bustle of Christmas Eve. You know what they say, anything can happen, including a miracle or two.
Oh, I could use both of them.
Still short in the cash department?
I took this sales job on pure commission. Boy, was that a step of faith in the wrong direction.
Well, here's the thing about steps of faith. You must take them one at a time. You'll see everything will work out eventually.
I can't wait for eventually, Hattie. I have until 5 o'clock today, and then poof, just like Cinderella, everything disappears. My extra job evaporates, and my paycheck becomes a pumpkin. And what am I still left with? A 1934 Studebaker with a busted carburetor and 2 kids with empty stockings.
Empty stockings? You don't mean that.
Oh, yes, I mean empty. This year, I promised the kids I'd buy them their special presents, you know, the ones they've wanted for the last 2 years. Especially Katie. She's been so helpful and patient this year. Scotty wants one of those Radio Flyer red tricycles from Herzog's, and Katie had her heart set on a bicycle. Except she stopped mentioning it about 2 weeks ago, right after the car died. Now she keeps dropping little hints about how she really doesn't need anything at all, and that her room's too crowded as it is. She's something pretty special.
Well, that runs in the family, honey.
Excuse me, ladies. A Merry Christmas to you.
Oh,
Merry
good morning,
Christmas,
Sam. The caroling was beautiful, Brother Sam.
And such enthusiastic participation.
Yes, the people really love the Lord.
Are you going to be singing in front of the store all day today, Sam?
Yes, we are. But, excuse me, Alice, but I found this money over by the bus stop. Sergeant Buchanan told me it was probably yours. He said you had a slight mishap.
Sergeant Buchanan never was very good at filling out accident reports, but keep the money, Brother Sam. Buy the choir some hot chocolate.
Are you sure, Alice? The church is able to...
Oh, no, I'm sure. But let it be my gift to them, especially today.
Especially today. Well, will I be seeing both of you at the Christmas Eve service tonight? There'll be plenty of cake and coffee afterward.
Well, I'll try and be there. I know Katie and Scott want to go. It's just, I'm not sure how late I'll be working tonight. It's my last day.
I'll save you some seats. That shouldn't be too difficult.
And top of the morning to you. Could I offer anyone a jelly donut this morning? Special flavor today. Peppermint.
Ooh. Well, Sergeant, I'm glad to finally see you and your rations. I was beginning to worry.
Well, I've been on patrol since dawn, Mrs. McGee. You know, I like to make sure the bakery is secure when it opens. But now that the business day is about to begin, I've got the precinct on alert for looting and rioting. After all, it is Christmas Eve and anything could happen today.
You know, I keep hearing that.
Say, preacher, that was some mighty fine warbling. But could you get your folks to sing Peg-o my heart?
It's Christmas, Sergeant.
Oh, so it is. How about then the wearing of the green?
I'll put your request in. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye,
All
Sam.
right, preacher. Say, Hattie, I need to use your phone. I need to check in with headquarters. I've got some men undercover at a manhole at Central and 43rd. Oh, and
and Alice. It's good to see. It's good to see that your father's in town for the holidays.
I mean it. I really need your help today. I think my mom's on to me, so I've got to trade Main Street for somewhere else. Anywhere else. Volunteers? I'll do it. Thanks, Kenny. I'll take Central and you take Main. And anybody else, give me a little sign, like this, if you see my mom coming, okay? Now, what do I have to earn today? Trudy, you're the treasurer. What's my total? Oh, wow. I didn't know I needed that much more.
And I can't believe how much more I need to earn in just one day. As I said, my kids have been so patient all year. I can't let them down.
I've got to get my mom that present. I'll just have to try harder.
Nobody's trying harder than I am, Hattie. But I just can't seem to get ahead. Fact is, I can barely keep up.
Seems I'm always short on money and long on debt. Hard times I remember, good times I forget. I'm full up with troubles, I'm fresh out of time, and all I've got is one more day to find. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year, a little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer, a dream that won't vanish, that dares to last, a little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough, when believing in Christmas just may not be enough. So if a little more faith could find its way under my Christmas tree, there'll be a little more Christmas this Christmas for me.
You've got to come through. My mom deserves it, especially this year. Seems she's always finding worrying and losing sleep. Smiles come once a day now, laughter once a week. I know she thinks Christmas is in short supply, but she's got me and I've got plans to buy. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, that dares to last. A little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough,
Step live, everyone. The store opens in 10 minutes, and I don't want to miss 1 minute of sales today.
It's my supervisor and the sales staff. Look at me, Hattie, a 5 o'clock face, and it's not even 9. I wish I felt ready for today.
You're ready, dear. Just one step at a time.
Okay, gang, time to hit the streets. I'll be right there. I think I see my first sale headed this way.
And remember, minions, Herzog's means quality. Herzog's means quantity. Herzog's means... quiet!
Want a paper,
Thank
mister? It's the Christmas Post. Just a nickel.
How quaint. An example of American entrepreneurial enterprise in miniature. Now, what special deal are you prepared to make me so I don't take my nickel to another merchant?
Here's your paper. It's free.
That's not a special deal, kid. That's just stupid.
You're welcome.
Staff, this is not the sales technique we employ here at Herzog's. Remember, we make customers buy things that they never knew they wanted with money they never knew they had. It's a mission of mercy. Really it is.
Good morning, Maxwell. Hi, everybody.
Ah, Miss Garfield. Late again, as usual.
Late? I'm early. For anybody.
Obviously, you forgot about our 8 a.m. staff meeting. In front of J.C. Penney's, we dumped 10 gallons of eggnog at their front entrance. Whoops-a-daisy. Quiet!
Maxwell, you know I can't get here by 8. I can barely get here by 9. I have to walk, remember? My car's broken. I didn't have the money to repair it. I still don't. It's why I had to take this second job in the first place. If I don't get my car fixed, I'll probably lose my first job. I have a mortgage and a pile of bills every month, and now Christmas, and...
Yes. The road of life is full of many bumps, isn't it, Mrs. Garfield? But with or without a car, I still expect you to be on time and in line by 9. And even though this is your last day with us, and we're gonna miss you too, if you can't cut the Herzog's mustard, you can always choose to take early retirement.
You mean quit? I can't. I have 2 kids who depend on me. Haven't you ever had to depend on someone, Maxwell?
No, nor have I ever been a dependee. Life is a lot easier when you only have to count on yourself. It's a very simple number to remember. 1.
1? That's all you have, even on a day like this? On Christmas Eve?
Especially on a day like this. I mean, look at this frenzied crowd gathering. I mean, what is all I can keep track of? Now, come along, everyone. We've got to ready the store.
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. May God deliver his richest blessings on you today.
Fine. As long as I don't come COD. Now, if you'll excuse me, brother Spam.
It's Sam.
Whatever. Look, I'm sure if you talk to the store bookkeeper, they'll give you your standard contribution, but right now,
No, we're just here to check on the schedule of events. Now, according to this schedule, we'll be singing in front of your store on the even hours, and at 43rd and Central on the odd hours, and at 4 o'clock, we'll be finishing up with a special service right here in front of the store. Is that correct?
Look, you can polka with reindeer as far as I'm concerned. Just don't block the flow of customers to the store. And that goes for you too there, Miss Associated Press.
Well, happy holidays. Would you like some fruitcake?
I know your game. Just keep those newspapers and kids from off the store property, okay?
Well, how about a cheese ball? Can I cut you some?
First bribes, now threats. I should report you to the Federal Trade Commission.
Maybe someday you'll learn how to have a real Christmas, Maxwell Selden. Until then, many happy returns of the season.
American commerce in decline. It's not a pretty sight. Otis, get that door open. And as for the rest of you shoppers, you're like a pack of wild dogs. Get back! Back! Don't hurt me. Now, listen here, Father.
It's brother.
Whatever. Now, we want some peppy carols today.
Peppy?
Yes, peppy. Full of zing and razzmatazz. I mean, we want people in the mood to lay down the lettuce, not kneel and pray. So stick to the jingle and fa-la-la department.
I'm afraid we look at Christmas from a somewhat different perspective, Mr. Selden. You see it as a season of selling. I see it as a season of receiving.
Selling, receiving, who cares, as long as it comes in the right order.
Actually, there's a very big difference. The only thing that can't be bought is because it's free.
Free gifts are a quick way to go out of business, my friend.
Well, it's a good thing for the world that Jesus didn't share your perspective.
Well, obviously, Jesus didn't know how to market Christmas.
Maxwell, Jesus is Christmas.
Wow. Whatever. Look, just keep things peppy today.
Oh, lots and lots of joy, trust me.
Yeah, well, and you'll keep it very modern, very hip, very today, right?
Oh, plenty of news, Good news, as a matter of fact.
Perfect. Maybe you'll steal some of that paper peddler's business. All right, staff, the store looks primed. Everyone to your posts. Mrs. Garfield, Mrs. Dexter, to your posts.
We were just rearranging the jewelry display in the window.
Toys, Miss Garfield. Your department is toys.
I remember. Try and keep your eye on the silver locket, Nadine. The big one. I know I won't have enough money to buy it, but I'd miss looking at it every day.
All right, staff. Store looks great. We've got approximately 2 minutes before...
Ahoy! Arriving at 0900 hours off the starboard bow.
Mr. Herzog arrives, and he's early. Of all days, this is the day he's early, and he's already in the store. Okay, quick, everybody get in position. Now display the merchandise, and look happy. No, too artificial. Look humble. That'll never work, you'll never sell anything. Look aggressive. Too scary. Too angry, all right. Look religious. Come on now, brother Snappy.
Look, I don't want to sell anything. I want people to receive.
Here, receive. Everybody sing.
What do we sing, Maxwell?
Something, anything. Make it peppy. The first thing that comes to your head.
What's this?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Herzog. Happy birthday to you.
Not the best choice.
If this is a surprise party, there's been a gross miscalculation. You do have the correct date of my birth entered in the captain's log, don't you, Miss Plunkett?
June 17th, an act of Congress couldn't change it.
Well, if anyone thinks today is June 17th, they're in for a rude awakening. Miss Plunkett and I have been down here since dawn, double-checking the inventory, and I expect every one of you to meet your quota and unload your cargo to your stations. Not that way, Miss Garfield. To starboard, to starboard.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I mean, aye.
And Mr. Sheldon, a word, please.
Aye, sir.
Brilliant maneuver, Maxwell. That's using the old brain.
At least I've got one.
Double check the inventory. Don't worry, Alice. The boss barks at everyone, just like a poodle.
Really?
Yes.
How come?
Because everything is done at Herzog's exactly the way my father did it when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. Huh. Old man Herzog ran a store that put the customer before the almighty dollar, especially at Christmas. Everyone in Holmesboro said that no one had more Christmas spirit than Herzog's.
What happened?
Herzog Jr.
So let's have no more slip-ups, Captain Sheldon, or you'll find yourself back in the galley where you started.
The warehouse, sir? You wouldn't.
I would.
You couldn't.
I could. It took us 3 years to put you in charge of sporting goods and 4 years to make you sales manager. It would only take 1 minute to send you back to heaving boxes. So I'd better see some pucks and putters flying off those shelves today. Do I make myself clear?
But sir, it's not my fault. I mean, Miss Garfield missed the staff meeting this morning, and then she started getting angry with me and displaying a most uncooperative attitude.
I said, do I make myself clear?
Aye, sir.
Pick that up, too. And the rest of you, I want your sails hoisted and your rudder straight. It's full sails ahead. And I especially want everyone to seize any opportunity to push these clock dolls and paddle balls. We're overstocked, and it's our last day to get rid of them. So no matter what a child thinks he or she wants, make them buy these instead.
Oh, but that's not what Christmas is all about. Children need to wish for one special present. We all do.
Mrs. Garfield, there is only one thing Christmas is about: selling surplus. So everybody move them, or you might find yourself being moved right out the door. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
What do you want?
I have a question.
Who are you?
I'm from the church a couple blocks over. I'm here to confirm this schedule.
Oh, yes. The Holy United First Tabernacle Family Singers, or whatever. Well, sing anything you want, anywhere you want. But keep things peppy. But stay away from the door. And at the end of the day, we get 10% of your take.
10%? I think
That
that's
is the correct figure, isn't it, Miss Plunkett?
Unfortunately, but they're not the Holy United Tabernacle.
Mr. Herzog, look, we're not here to collect money. We're here to help people.
Which is precisely what I'm in business to do as well. exactly the way my father did when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. You see, son, I don't run a store, but a vessel of life. And I'm the commander. And if you don't get on board, it's every man for himself. Do I make myself clear?
Aye, aye, sir.
I'm the admiral of retail, and I sail the sea of trade. In my captain's log I detail every blessed cent I've paid. From stem to stern I know what I've earned, and I hourly review it. From fore to aft it's a thankless task, but someone's got to do it. And you're the man to do it. I labor willingly with this philosophy. It's a big heap-ho for the profits grow when the ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy for my employ. Policy is get the green stuff. Give a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
The green stuff? You mean your only motive is to make money? Mr. Herzog, you can't mean that. Not on Christmas Eve.
Especially on Christmas Eve. Why, it's the biggest sales day of the year. We even have a cash and carry policy. No cash, no carry. Yes, sir, Daddy will be proud. It's a day for cash transactions. Regulations must prevail. And the buyer's satisfaction must not interfere with sales. No refund clause, no fa-la-la-laws. I trust everyone agrees here. Aye. No credit flows, no ho-ho-hos. After all, my middle name is Ebenezer. Yes, sir, and proud of it. If Scrooge were here right now, I'm sure he'd make this vow. It's a big heap-ho for the profits grow when the ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy for my employ. The policy's get the green stuff. There's a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy's get the green stuff.
Mr. Herzog, I know I've only been working here for 2 weeks, but surely you could bend the rules for one day, especially a day like Christmas Eve?
Change the rules? Violate regulations? Not on my command. What are you trying to do, Mrs. Garfield? Incite a mutiny?
No, of course not.
Then get back on board. Everyone to their posts. Rough seas ahead. When recession winds are blowing and the ship is miles from shore, employees must keep rowing. Everyone must pull his oar. Unless we dock with the whale of a stock in a great big surplus anchor, one day you'll blink and the store will sink. And I'll be the one who sank her. You'll be the one who sank her. I'll cut that out. That day won't come, you see, if we're all in harmony. It's a big heap-ho for the profits grow when the ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy for my employ. The policy's get the green stuff. It's a big heap-ho for the profits grow when the ship and crew are tough. Give a loud ahoy for my employ. The policy's get the green stuff. It's a big heap-ho, the profits grow. A loud ahoy in his employ. The policy's guarantee. The store cast off in 1 minute.
Otis, get the door. Everyone else, batten down your merchandise and I'll take the wheel.
Wow, that's reassuring.
Stuff a hat in it, Thelma.
I'd better get out of here before the stampede. Tidal wave. I'll still be saving you a seat tonight.
7 o'clock, right?
As far as I know.
You better abandon ship now, Brother Snappy.
Whatever.
What a great day. There's money in the air. I can smell it. Ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Shopping, shopping. We are shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Till we drop.
Excuse me, is this the return department?
Shopping, shopping. We are shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Shop, shop, shop till we drop.
Excuse me, is this the return department?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know. I'm still new here.
5 rows back, to the left, behind the shoppers.
Thank you.
Shopping.
What's wrong with me, Thelma? It's 10 o'clock already and I barely sold a yo-yo.
Have some faith, kid, and push a little.
What do you mean?
Here, let me show you.
Special in toys!
Shopping, 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 shopping,
You try.
shopping,
All right, here goes. Special in toys. Special in toys.
Hey!
Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Shop, shop, shop till it's sold.
Excuse me, is this the return department?
No. Fat chance, buddy. No one returns Maxwell Q. Selden merchandise. Now, do me a favor. See, go over here. Step out of the way. You're blocking the consumer's
Just
view.
a minute there, Maxwell.
Happy holidays, Mr. Consumer. Sorry, sir, I didn't see you standing there. It's been a busy morning.
Indeed. What's the total?
Well, sir, a lot.
A lot?
Yes, sir. A lot. A lot more than the toy department, sir.
Well, we'll see this afternoon, won't we? I'd hate to think that my sales captain was outsold by a swatty. Carry on.
Aye, aye, sir. I'll show her.
I'll show him.
Do either of you know where the return department is?
No!
Shopping, shopping.
Nice try, Alice. But guess what? Your little gimmicks aren't going to gain you a thing.
Except this pile of sales receipts.
No dice. Prepare yourself for an epidemic of buyer's remorse. You're going to see every single one of those items back at the return department.
Did someone say return department?
No!
All right, kids, the day's half over. How much have you sold? Ooh, is that all? Katie, what about you?
Only half a bag.
Half a bag? That's not enough. Not for a paper like the Christmas Post. I've taught you kids to yell from Main Street all the way to Union Station, right? Well, come on. Let me hear some of that
The
yelling.
store closes in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? But it's only 4 o'clock.
And 4 o'clock is when we always close on Christmas Eve.
But you can't.
Herzog's can do anything.
Tough break, Mrs. Garfield.
You want to see something break, Maxwell?
Oh, yeah? Try me.
Gladly.
Try me.
Mr. Herzog, please.
Attention shoppers, time for your last purchase.
Does anyone know where the return department is?
Thank you for shopping at Herzog's department store. We appreciate your patronage, and please, have a Merry Christmas and bon voyage. Please vacate the premises by 1600 hours. That's now.
Leaving, leaving. Leaving,
Right?
leaving.
Just exit quickly. Quickly.
Oh, never mind.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may pick up your pay envelopes and your Christmas bonus on the way out. But remember, 1 salami per employee. And we'll see you all at 9 sharp on the 26th.
That's 8 a.m. in front of Sears Roebuck, and don't forget the eggnog.
Mr. Herzog, couldn't you keep the store open just a little bit longer, especially when there's an emergency?
And just what might this emergency be, Mrs. Garfield?
Me. I'm the emergency. You see, I've been working on pure commission, and I just about had the money I need to buy my kids their special presents. That red tricycle over there, and a pink bicycle on aisle 10. Oh, please, Mr. Herzog, I know 1 more hour is all I need.
Mrs. Garfield, I am sympathetic to your plight, but there is simply no way that Herzog's department store will remain open 1 minute past 4 o'clock. We have always closed at 4 o'clock, and we always will, just like my father did when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. Case closed.
Sorry, Alice. He's got the facts right, but not the story. Old man Herzog used to close the store to throw the biggest Christmas party in Holmesboro, and everyone was invited, including all the people on the streets without a home.
When did we all lose sight of what Christmas is really all about?
Oh, probably when we lost sight of who Christmas is all about. Come on, this salami's got your name on it.
All ashore, who's going ashore?
Wait a minute. What's going on? The store can't be closing.
It can, and it has.
But it's only 4 o'clock.
And Herzog's is always closed at 4 o'clock, just like my father did when he founded
I know
Herzog's.
it has in the past, but I thought this year would be a little different. We were scheduled for a special program right here in front of the store at 4 o'clock.
Well, so go ahead. We haven't closed the sidewalks.
What's the point if there's no one to hear it? Look around. The street is almost deserted.
Well, I'm sorry your box office is down. Perhaps it's your wardrobe. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get home and change into my civvies. I have some last-minute shopping to do.
You mean you don't even shop at your own store?
Never. Prices are too high. And besides, we're closed.
Bye, Alice. Keep your chin up. Remember what tomorrow is.
Ah, yes, Christmas. Another excuse for paying the American worker a day's wages for not even working. That must be the goodwill towards men clause.
You know, Maxwell, I bet the only thing you find under your tree in the morning is a safe deposit box. I hope you'll both be very happy together.
A match made in heaven, I assure you.
We'll have to try again next year. We'll still be singing a few blocks down the street, Hattie, and I'll still be saving you a seat, Alice.
Thanks, Sam.
Goodbye, and God bless.
Well, so much for taking a step of faith, Hattie. Even one step at a time, I fell flat on my face.
Now, I wouldn't call this a fall exactly. Maybe more like a stumble.
Well, call it whatever you like. But the fact remains that it's Christmas Eve, and I've come up short. Just 1 more hour and I would have gotten the money I need. But instead, zip. The day started with nothing. Looks like it's going to end with nothing.
Seems I've heard somewhere that faith is the evidence of things not seen.
Well, I sure don't see anything.
You're operating under the notion that seeing is believing, but you've got that backwards, dear. Believing is seeing.
No.
Excuse me, can you tell me why all the doors at Herzog's department store are locked?
I'm afraid it closed at 4 o'clock.
Oh, no, this can't be happening!
What's wrong?
I had a present for my daughter on layaway, a dollhouse. You know, the big special present. Oh, man, I just ruined her Christmas. She had such faith in me. I let her down.
Well, wait a minute. I work at Herzog's. I'm not sure how, but I'll find a way to get you in.
You will? Oh, lady, you're a lifesaver.
Herzog may have ruined my Christmas, but I'm not going to let him ruin anybody else's. Don't worry, sir. I just need to get you a phone or find a key. The key?
Old man Herzog gave that to me years ago for an emergency. And as I recall, you're an emergency. Just make sure I get that back.
Look, mister, I found the key. I can open up the doors to Herzog's now.
Hey, everyone! Herzog's is open!
No. Wait a minute. I was only opening up the store for one man.
Oh, only one more hour and I would have had all the money I need.
That's right, everybody. Herzog's is open. Special last-minute madness sale. 1 hour only. Hurry, shoppers. It's your last chance.
Alice, what in the world's going on?
Isn't it wonderful, Brother Sam? I believed something would happen, and it did. I'm going to make the money I need.
This is great. We'll start singing and passing out tracts.
There's good news to tell you, so don't be afraid. Tonight your Messiah has come.
Then a heavenly host began lifting their praise,
Singing the saints and angels' song. Glory to God in the highest. Glory to God, it went on and on. Glory to God in the highest. This is the saints and angels' song.
angels have sung and surrounding his throne.
His power and greatness they tell. Oh, but saints who are saved by the grace they have known, sing of his glory like no one else. Glory to God in the highest. Glory to God, it went on and on. Glory to God in the highest. This is the saints and angels' song. Glory to God in the highest. Glory to God, it went on and on. Glory to God in the highest. This is the saints and angels' song. This is the saints and angels' song. Glory to God in the highest.
Mrs. Garfield, what's the meaning of this?
Maxwell, Thelma, what are you guys doing here?
Well, when I saw two men running down the street with a canoe from my department, I knew something was afoot.
A Christmas Eve madness sale. Old man Herzog would have loved it. Count me in. What do you say, Maxwell?
Are you out of your mind?
Will someone help me in sporting goods?
I'll be right with you.
Oh, no, you don't. You're trying to earn that extra commission, aren't you? Well, you're not selling my snorkels and rackets. You want to play in the big leagues? You've got it.
You don't have a prayer.
Oh, that's all you've got.
Maybe that's all I need.
Oh, it's over, Garfield.
It's just begun,
No, it
Selden.
hasn't.
Oh, everybody to your corners and come out swinging.
Day in the morning! What's going on here?
I'm not sure I know, Sergeant, but isn't it grand? You were right. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I knew it. Looting, rioting,